Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for joining today's class. I told you last week that today we shall be discussing a poem. And the title of the poem we will be discussing today is Reader of the Treasure Trove, written by Lade Wosornu. I was able to inform us, or let me say, I was able to give us a very short biography of the writer Lade Wosornu last week. And not just that, I was able to put you in the right frame of mind to help you have a better grasp of what the poem is all about. Like I said, Reader of the Treasure Trove is not a poem that is far away from our reach. The reason being that the poem discusses a very vital issue that affects humanity. And when we talk about the subject, when we talk about the subject of discourse here, the subject of discourse here is anger. And taking a look at this poem, the poet is trying to intimate us with the fact that man, being a social animal, is able to do a lot of things. He is able to manipulate events. He is able to twist what life brings to him within his own what? Within his own power. Now, when we say radar there means anger. It means rage. Radar in this context means anger. It means rage. So anger is seen as an agent of destruction. Anger is seen as an agent of destruction that can bring about an end, that can bring about annihilation to lifelong joy. Effort that takes years, a very long year to build, can be ruined by a single moment of anger. Now, having this at the back of your mind, we will go through the poem now. The poem I will as well analyze, do the line by line analysis so that you can comprehend. Now the poem begins with a rhetorical question. I don't want to waste my time reading it. We will be ending the class in the next 20 minutes. So I won't do the line by line. I won't do the reading first. I will read and analyze immediately. Now, but what can be worthy of your life? This is a rhetorical question to the persona unknown. So that is, the poetic persona here could be what? Anybody. The poetic persona is man. This poem is generally addressed to every living human. Aha. Is referred. That is why the poet make use of the pronoun yo, the third person objective pronoun, your. So what can be worthy of your life? So the poet persona wants to know what dearer than the gems of your dreams. That is, being human, we all have our ultimate goal of existence. And man's ultimate goal of existence is to be able to achieve some sets of dream. Every sane mind, must have things, ambitions that they know, things they want to become in life. So, and every steps, every actions that they will take in their life must be directed towards the attainment, towards the attainment of this dream. So the poet Lade Wosornu is asking that, what can be worthy of your life? No dream should be, we all know that no dream should be worthy of our life, because if at all we engage, if at all we engage in things or activities, we labor all days of our life to attain, to attain a great feat. Of what benefit would it be if at the end of the day, what it resulted to is the loss of our life? So there is no gain. Nothing in this life is what our soul is worthy, or let me say is worthier than our life. So not even our ultimate goal of existence. So what are these things that serves our ultimate goal of existence? Okay, what are these things? Okay, having a house, having a car, raising a wonderful family, having a good spouse, having a good business, having a great career. All these things are the what? All these things are man's ultimate goal of existence. Fine. So, but all these things shouldn't be more expensive than our life. Eh? So these gems of your dreams, these gems, all your dreams, the reason you are here, that is why we are here on earth. Even though it varies across religion. Some religion would, when you are asked that, why are you here on this earth? I know a particular religion that will demand the answer that you should say that you are here on earth to serve God. So when you tell them all these material things, they tell you that they tell you that all these material things you intend to achieve is also geared towards helping you to serve God. That is God's command that come to this earth to come and multiply. Come to this earth to come and what? To come and prosper. I hope you get that. So what's our reason why we are here? Always strive. No matter what life throws at you, no matter how difficult things seem to be, what must you do? You must always what? You must always strive to fly flags of joy and sail up streams. Nothing is worth your joy. You shouldn't sacrifice your happiness for anything. Not for your wife, not for your husband. You shouldn't sacrifice your peace of mind. Nothing is worth sacrificing your joy for. And you should sail what? Upstream. You should progress. There are some people, they find themselves in situations where they ask questions like, what should I do? I think one trending one recently was that a lady was asking that should she take a scholarship to go abroad to study, or she should wait behind in this country, Nigeria, because his boyfriend, no, boyfriend, not husband, wanted her to stay back. No matter what, you shouldn't move with people that would what, that would track you back in life. You should sail upstream, progress, advance in your life, advance in your career, even if it is bit by bit, even if it is by crawling, even if it is by walking, even if it is by jogging or running or anything. Always make sure that you are sailing what? You are sailing upstream. You are moving towards your what? Towards achieving your lifelong dream, powered by the breeze of love. And in everything you do as human, in everything you do as human, ensure that what? Love triumphs. Ensure that you do things with what? With good heart, with clean heart, with love. There is this there is this proverb, and I think it's also a Bible verse, that love your neighbor as you love thyself. So in everything we do, we should let love what? Triumph. Chartered in the ink of compassion. You can see that these are all positive virtues that are being noted here. You can see strive, joy, you can see joy, you can see breeze of love, you can see ink of compassion, you can see fling roses. Roses also symbolizes what? Roses symbolize what? Good things, pleasant things. It's like a laurel. So it symbolizes what? It symbolizes good thing. Now again, it says, and fling roses wherever you pause. Pause there tells us that man's journey is transient. Man's journey is transient. That we should see, we should lead our life. We should lead our life as if what? We should lead our life as if we are here on a what? We are here on a very short journey. That is how we should what? That is how we should lead our life. Like we are here for a what? We are here for a limited time. Can you hear me, Mr. Sunday?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
I can.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So we should lead our life as if we are here on a mission and we are here for a very short time. That life, our existence here, we should take it that life is a market, and that we've come here to buy, and by the time we are done, we will go back to where we should head to. So wherever we pause, wherever we find ourselves, any environment or any environment or any street that we live in, any environment or any street that we live in, any place where we work, any school that we attend, any place where we would have interactions, or let me say we would have relationship with others, we should definitely ensure that what? We fling roses, we fling joy, we fling good tidings, such that by the time we are no longer there, the news of our good deeds, the needs of the landmark changes that we are able to set there spreads even long after when we are no longer there. So heaven on earth, your destination. When we are able to do this, even with the little that we have, our existence on this earth, would be what? Would be tantamount to being called what? Heaven on earth. So we don't need to have much. We don't need to have it all before we can live a beautiful and before we can live a beautiful and pleasurable life. So of things which would blot out that brief. So if we are able to live by this anthem, if we are able to live by these principles, if we are able to live by these principles, like I said, only one thing could blot out that brief. Only one thing can prevent all this. Only one thing can hinder all this. Only one thing, blot. Well, like when we say ink blots on something, only one thing can be a dent. Only one thing can tarnish all these things. And that thing that can tarnish it is what? Is ephemeral. It is brief. It is something that will just happen spontaneously, suddenly. It might not be planned. It just happened, and within a moment, within seconds or anything, it could what? It could tarnish all these things that we've spent our lifetime working on. All these things we've spent our lifetime working on. So, or breach yourselves with arrows unseen. That is, breach yourself. It will disrupt yourself. You remember that in the in line 4 of the first stanza, we have sail upstream, that you should always progress. So this thing can what? Can breach. It can hamper. It can hamper your progress. It can hamper your progress. It can stop you from what? It can stop you from sailing what? It can stop you from sailing upstream with arrows unseen. That is, you know what an arrow is. Once it pierces your sails, then your boat, or that which you are riding on in water, will find it difficult to what? Will find it difficult to navigate. So definitely a problem sets in. No, not even that. That is in line 3 of the second stanza. No, rob you of your life. All these things that we say that anger could cause, they are even regarded as minute and small. They are regarded as minute and small. Now, the third line in the second stanza is telling you that all those things are little, that in fact, rage can rob you of your life. Or this thing that we are talking about can rob you of your life. So many things, or many bad vices, many negative things, gambling, fornication, and all the likes, they are all negative vices. They can definitely cause this. Yes, they can definitely cause this. But of all these vices, rage is chief. That is the oga patapata of it all, is what? Is anger. As according to the what? According to the poet. So rage drags rag after you. It is after you've committed an atrocity. It is after you've done that very bad deed. It is after you've done that very bad deed that it dawns on you. Then you would be what? You will be wanted. Your name will be everywhere. That you've committed this, you've done this, you've done that, you've done this, you've done that. I believe you understand what I'm trying to say. So it puts your name in the mud. It puts your name in the what? It puts your name in the mud. Of charity, laughter, sweetness, and light. Rage is thief. Rage is that thing that is anger, is that thing that can steal your what? Laughter. It can steal your sweetness. It can steal your light. It can steal so many things from you. So enemy of equanimity. Definitely there is nothing beautiful that you stand to gain. There is nothing beautiful that you stand to gain from what? That you stand to gain from anger. So rage spreads to the, oh, my phone is broken here. What is this? Rage spreads today. Can you help me with that? Mr. Sunday. I can't see this. Rage spreads. Okay, rage spreads toxic fumes on everything. We all know what that means. So in essence, rage spells calamity. Rage causes destruction. It is sole cause your perception of storms. So what is the sole cause of rage? What you perceive as a storm. That is that issue, that thing that will happen, that would bother your mind, or that thing, okay, this is the best word to use, that thing that will provoke you. So it is your perception of storm. Even that is when they say, even when things, you come across things that would, that causes provocation. When you come across things that causes provocation, what should you do? You should what? You should always be calm. Breaking around not upon your head. There are either snakes, deviants, nor none. So immediately, even when you are provoked, you should maintain your word. You should maintain your calmness. If not, as you think, so you feel. So it is what you have in your mind. It is what you think of. It is what gets into your head that you do things that are what terrible loss. So rich sets sail and can run like far behind. So someone who is the head of a family got blinded, and you find yourself in pulling anger to cause. So I'll flip poetic personal speaking. That foot on anywhere I go to, anywhere I find myself, instead of me getting angry as a result of someone doing one thing or the other to me, turn is heaven on the heart. More reason why the right cheek turn the left. When people are harming you, always give them the word, give them a smiling face. It causes confusion rather than you act of anger can cause a lot of things, and that is where we'll end to this class. On a more personal note, I would want you to consider some of the major themes in this poem on your own, and if at all there are questions you need to ask me, you can forward them to the coordinators like I used to say. Thank you.